then hello and welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you're a regular visitor, welcome back. You left your shoes here last time. You may want to come get them. Not sure why you left them here, but I get it. You just wanted an excuse to come back, you clever duck. I knew I liked you. Anyway, enough distractions. Time to review Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. This pink camera shit thing, my god. First I can't wear green, now I can't wear pink. Anyway, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom is a 2018 American science fiction adventure film and the sequel to 2015's Jurassic World, directed by J.A. Bayona and written by Derek Connolly and Colin Trevorrow. It is the fifth installment of the Jurassic Park film series, as well as the second installment of the planned Jurassic World trilogy. The film follows Owen and Claire as they rescue the remaining dinosaurs on the island before a volcanic eruption destroys it. Now that I've seen all the films in the Jurassic Park series, I am very firm in my opinion that the Jurassic World movies are the most unnecessary and tedious additions to the series. I didn't love films 2 and 3 of Jurassic Park, but they still had elements that I could at least enjoy and for me felt worth watching again. I don't get that from these new films, unfortunately. To make matters worse, it was laughable in a sad way, just how identical the plot to Fallen Kingdom is to Jurassic World, where to a degree they are very much the same movie with only minor changes made. It doesn't feel like it's enough of its own film to stand out or original enough to warrant being made in the first place. Both films start by addressing a group of people messing with things they shouldn't mess with, and then again introduces our two leads, Owen, Chris Pratt, and Claire, Bryce Dallas Howard, only this time they've done a role reversal. In the first film, it was Owen who cared about the animals and Claire who just saw them as figures and attractions. Now in this film, it is Claire who sees them as animals and Owen who doesn't care what happens to them. Like the first film, we see a double cross and dinosaurs being used for financial gain by using them as military weapons, and then both end with our beloved Velociraptor Blue coming to the rescue. Even the fact both films towards the end have a scene where Owen reaches out to Blue and just like in Jurassic World, she rejects his ass and runs off. How much they have in common was incredibly sad. Both films involve a hybrid dinosaur ending up on the loose and going on a rampage. In the first film, it was the Indominus Rex. In this, we have the Indoraptor. It's all just a lot of the same. Fallen Kingdom has so many convenient plot points, such as how at the beginning of the film everyone is protesting about the dinosaurs because the volcano on Isla Nublar has become active, putting them all in danger. How poetic with the 65 million year old deja vu. This plot point doesn't fill me with anticipation or concern, it just makes me think, who was dumb enough to build a theme park on an island with a volcano? I'm pretty sure when it comes to building resorts or theme parks, especially of this caliber, regardless of location, there are certain health and safety standards, and I imagine being built next to a volcano is a big fucking violation. But it's dormant. Dormant means temporarily inactive. Temporarily, not permanently. That means at some point that thing is going to wake up. So why would you build anything next to an impending eruption? Let me guess, because they knew they'd need to make suspense in the sequel for something ridiculous. It took, 14 to 24 hours to evacuate the park in the first movie, and that was just because a dinosaur got loose and many died in the process. So I think if it came to evacuating the island during an eruption, everyone would be fucking dead. I thought that the entire movie was going to retake place on Isla Nublar, but I was surprised with how soon the eruption began, and I don't even think we were halfway through the movie when we were leaving the island. I will say that final shot of the island showing that long-necked dinosaur crying out as the island and all its inhabitants are being killed by the volcano was pretty heartbreaking. It just comes back to the issue that at their core, these movies are about people creating a species that is no longer meant to exist for the sake of fame and fortune, but no one genuinely cares what happens to the life they've created. We've seen all 5 movies now. Nothing remotely good has come from the making of these dinosaurs except 1 or 2 people getting insanely rich from it. Moral of the story is humans suck. When the movie moves the dinosaurs to the US mainland, I am reminded of the second installment in the Jurassic Park series, The Lost World, which towards the end of the film sees a T-Rex transported to the US and accidentally released on an unsuspecting San Diego. Did anything in this movie have an original idea? Oh, I know, but I'll get to it later. As soon as you know the dinosaurs are moving to the US, you know this is a disaster waiting to happen. Before it happens, you know they'll end up released, and then the third movie is going to have to tackle the issue of people living side by side with dinosaurs, which is just nuts. It's during this part of the film the plot appears to move far away from the science fiction genre and move into the horror genre. It begins to use a lot more horror techniques, from the following shadows or reflections or seeing people stalked in the shadows. It even has one moment which I found hilarious. Aside from us witnessing a dinosaur learn how to open windows and climb ladders, we see the little girl hiding in her bed under her blankets, which is both hilarious and annoying. It's hilarious because we have seen this moment in any horror movie of the last 50 years, and it's annoying because there's no logic behind why it's there. You've been running from this massive intelligent killing machine for the past 15 minutes, and you for some reason think running to your room and getting under a blanket is going to protect you? We just saw this thing play dead to fuck with someone. You think it can't figure out stairs? But does it figure out stairs? No, it does one better. It somehow, I still don't know how, gets on the roof and from there is able to figure out which room the girl is in. Again, I don't know how. Then it does an even hunt and manages to climb upside down from the roof, pick open the bedroom window and sneak in without ever making a noise. This considerably sized dinosaur got through a window upside down without causing any fucking sound. Initially, when I started this review, I was thinking, yeah, this is probably just worth a 2.5 out of 5, but as I'm reviewing it, I'm getting more annoyed with the movie, so fuck it. This movie is getting burned and is going on the kill it with fire list. In many a horror film, there is a scene where someone is hiding under their sheets, and you see this hand slowly reaching out to pull back the blankets, then someone switches on a light and the hand disappears. In this movie, it's not a hand, it's a talon, and it belongs to a very slow and dramatic dinosaur. Why would a dinosaur think to pull back a bedsheet? Bite first, ask questions later. But instead of someone switching a light on, Owen bursts in and starts shooting. Good God, I hate this scene. There are times you don't mix genres, and this is one of them. This moment eventually leads to another scene you can find in almost any action or horror movie of the last 50 years also, and that is a final confrontation on a rooftop. The Crow did it, hell even Beauty and the Beast did it, and it's here our Indoraptor learns to climb ladders and then gets its ass kicked by Blue. Blue, in all honesty, is the best thing about this entire movie. This little dino was the only thing I liked. I love how there is a story to explain how she is different from the other dinosaurs. I love that we see she and Owen have a bond, not that it stops her from dumping his ass again. And I love that she gives the movie some heart, and the clips of her as a baby were adorable. But I don't feel her story and the rest of the story sync up. Both movies end with a dinosaur climb to a high point and roaring into the horizon for whatever reason. The special effects and how they create the dinosaurs are fantastic, and everyone interacts with them impeccably well, but the story and how everything comes together is just a giant clusterfuck. We are mixing genres which can work together, but the way this movie does it is just ridiculous. We have multiple background plots going on that do not mean anything and add nothing. They are entirely pointless. The film's most original plot point, which fits into the rest of the movie in no way whatsoever, is the reveal that our young girl Maisie, Isabella Sermon, is in fact a clone of the person she believed was her mother. Her grandfather, so distraught from the death of his daughter, cloned her and brought her back using the same technology that brought back the dinosaurs. While it is an entirely new concept for the films, I found it to be painfully irrelevant and takes the movie's subject matter in a completely different direction. The movie also, towards the end, has these moments of zooming in and focusing on her eyes, which I thought was going to be the cliche of concentrating on the eyes because something in the eye will change, indicating they aren't normal, But then nothing happens and I realized you wasted a focus shot for no reason. It was great seeing Jeff Goldblum again, but to use his scenes sporadically throughout the movie was annoying. I would prefer it be at the beginning or the end, though probably at the end, as a way of going over the events of the first film and this film and how together they have both led to an even more fucked up situation. For me, that would have balanced it out a tad more instead of what we got. After watching the movie, all I could think was how boring and unnecessarily long it was. It took me forever to get into, and I don't believe I ever truly did. At times we seemed to be going a while with nothing happening and then going in odd directions. I found myself continuously zoning out and playing Jurassic World on my phone. I genuinely was having more fun playing the game than I was watching this movie. I'm glad I didn't waste money on it. I might have fallen asleep in the cinema if I had. This installment just further proved how unnecessary this entire additional series of films are. Even the opening of the movie annoyed me. Why are people just assuming all the dangerous dinosaurs are dead? Herbivores have an entire island to eat, and the carnivores have all the herbivores they can eat. Stupid to believe the dangerous ones would be dead. Then they went swimming with a giant sea dinosaur, died, and then left the gate open so it can go on its merry way and eat most of the sea population. I don't think this movie has any intelligent people in it. I don't ever want to watch this again, and I'm sorry that I did. I was never excited that it was getting released, so at least I didn't get my hopes up. Thank goodness that's over. I never thought a movie could actually put me off dinosaurs. Thank God I've got the game to play, or I'd officially want nothing to do with them. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you're not already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.